back from vacation.
You're Up and Adam.
Tractor systems are offline.
We are Beyond FM.
Beyond FM.
The future of broadcasting is here.
Up and Adam with Adam Montiel. It's community content from Concentrate. It's Up and Adam with Adam Montiel.
Some say life is where it begins. Straight to the stars is where it ends. Yes, some say life is just where it begins. Straight to the stars is where it ends. Only to start again.
Yeah, feeling good. Happy Monday. Thank you for welcoming me back. I am so happy that you are connecting, listening right this moment. That's quite a vacation. Thank you for being Up and Adam. My name is Adam Montiel. I will say it was a working vacation. More on that coming up. But let me tell you this. I am excited for today's show. What a way to come back. From La Bamba to Longmire, from Broadway to blockbuster films, Diamond Phillips has built a career that's as bold and versatile as all the characters he's played. Now he's stepping into one of his most layered roles yet in Et Tu, a dark, razor-sharp black comedy where love, betrayal, and art all collide in real time. He's a director playing a director, but behind the scenes, Lou's pulling from a lifetime of experience, imposter syndrome, and that kind of wisdom you only get after 4 decades at the top of your craft. Later in the show, we're going to talk to Can't believe it's real. We're talking to Diamond Phillips today. Later in the show, we're going to talk about this career, the surprising truth about playing Richie Valens in the Bamba, and why a low-budget indie like Et Tu might just be one of the most exhilarating projects of his career. Trust me, you're going to want to stick around for this one when Diamond Phillips is Up and Adam. Man, it is good to be back, I will tell you that. I missed you. I just rolled back in from vacation, and I brought a souvenir that I did not want, a cold. Never traveled with a cold before, let me tell you. It is not fun. You drink way less alcohol too, which is probably healthier, but still way less fun. And I'm pretty sure I know exactly how I got it. Have you ever gotten sick and know you can dial in when you got it? There was this guy on the ship in France. He's the omelet chef from Bulgaria, Boyan. Nice guy, great omelets. I saw him every morning cracking eggs like a hero. But then one day he looked miserable, wiping his nose on his elbow, wearing gloves. You could just tell it in his face like something's wrong with Boyan. Looking like he just got in a fight with a flu. And in my head, I'm thinking, oh, hell, this is it. This is where I go down. And I don't even remember if I had already eaten one of his omelets that day or not, but I know I came back later that week. They were that good. So really, this might be, well, not might be, definitely my fault, but still sucks. I also thought I'd be posting more while I was gone, but honestly, I don't know. I needed to decompress. I read a couple things, had a couple conversations that were just like, you know, if you're really going to unplug, you got to do just that, unplug. And if I'd been running this feed, producing this show and managing the podcast from there wouldn't have been any real purposeful disconnection. So I let myself unplug and it was good, but I got to say, I really, really missed you. I did a couple interviews from France, talked to Colin Mockery from Whose Line Is It Anyway? That will be on the show later this week. Bob Crawford from the Avett Brothers, he'll be on the show later on this week. And then I was hosting the cruise in Bordeaux. So there was plenty of, recording Where Wine Takes You episodes and hosting this and doing that. So there was a lot of work going on, and to maintain this show, then it just wouldn't have worked. And I'm really glad I made the decision I did, but it was tough to make it along the way. And I just tell you again, it feels great to be here with you. I missed you a ton. Even created a new idea. I got a new idea I'm going to be working on. It's going to overlap with Up and Adam a little bit. Can't talk about it yet because it's still brand new. I still got to get some website URLs and look into it. But you see, the creativity, it was swirling. The new ideas, they were bouncing around, and it felt really good. So went to France, went to the Loire Valley for a week. Super pretty French countryside. Everyone's so nice. French people are really, really nice. They do not have the reputation of being that nice, probably because it's Paris and it's a little bit like, Americans are a little annoying to them. And I get it, whatever. But everywhere else in the country, the French, just awesome, sweet, wonderful people. And the country itself, just like farms, you fly over it, you look at it, or you put the drone up, It's they don't like the drone, by the way. Oh, no. The French do not like when I drone or when anyone does. They have these things where they'll just straight jam you. Like I was way in the French countryside, but it was like near a castle. As soon as I even approached it, it was like, boom, jammed, drone, fall to the ground. Thank God it landed in a big sea of grass and I was able to get it. But man, they do not like the drone. One time we were in the city called Blois, Blois. The Loire River runs right through it. Just a gorgeous city. Trying to take a picture of the bridge and this, that. I'm not even going over buildings or even any public. I wouldn't do that wouldn't do that really anywhere, but especially in a foreign spot. But I park in this little area. I'm launching the drone. I'm in the air. I come back. I see this car pull up and I'm like, what is that? This guy gets out. He's got binoculars up in the air. He's looking. I'm like, is he here for me? And then I look closer. He kind of moves where it was a little bit like I couldn't see him because a couple cars were in the way and all that. This guy's got a holster. He's police. This is the cops looking for me and my drone up in the sky. I knew if I just went and just like chirped out of there, it would not be good for me at all. I do have an international driver's license that you get, a AAA before, but wasn't going to do that. And I thought, look, if I get caught, I get caught. This is what the consequences of what I did. Pay a fine. Maybe they just slap you on the wrist. You hope. But pulled the rental car out real easy. Like, I'm not trying to leave quick, and slowly got out of there. It was almost one of those Austin Power moves where he's got the golf cart in the little hallway and it's like a 6,000 point turn. I didn't want to hit anything with the car because it was a rental and I'm trying to like quickly get out of somewhere. I'm doing like a 955 point turn to get out of this little thing. It was a mess, but got out, didn't get detected. Thank goodness. Got some bitchin' shots. Then we drove to Bordeaux, got on the Ama Dolce, a boat that I'd been on 10 years before when the Cork Dorks did our first cruise in Bordeaux. Beautiful folks on the Ama. The food is great. The whole experience, Cork and cruise was fantastic. Really a wonderful experience. You meet people on these cruises that you will just, you're going to be friends with and keep in touch with for a long, long, long time. So really, really fun. Then a couple days in a place called Arcachon. It's like if you're in Bordeaux and just go west to the beach, Atlantic coast, they have this place called Cap Ferret. It's kind of like the San Sebastian of France. It's rosé, oysters, beach, and the weather was perfect. It was like 70s and 80s. The water wasn't even that bad. I thought the water was going to be freezing like it is here. And the water was kind of like it was in Southern California, like in Malibu or Zuma, probably like, 65, 68 degrees. Getting the water takes a few minutes to get used to, but just beautiful. Humid as heck. Man, French, they know how to deal with that humidity. I just do not cut out for it. So thrilled to be back, had a wonderful time. And really the most exciting thing I am doing is literally right now with you, this show. I just missed you so much and I hope you know that. So thank you for being here. Thank you for listening and thank you for reconnecting, coming back and telling a friend that Up+Adam is back. Later this week, like I said, Bob Crawford from the Avett Brothers, Colin Mockery from Whose Line Is It Anyway? Some local love, the Drip Brothers. Been waiting on this interview to share with you for a while. The Drip Brothers, as local as you can get. These little young entrepreneurs, they're going to be on the show this week too. A great local story, plenty more. We are back from really was a working vacay, but we've got a lot going on. Before that, let me tell you this. Got to give you an update on the Gifford fire. This was really troubling and unsettling to follow because, of course, I'm reading headlines, from here, from home, all day long when I'm gone. It feels like a way to connect to home. And this Gifford fire has been something that we are constantly watching over here. As of early this morning, CAL FIRE pegs it at, less than 120,000 acres. Big fire, only about a third contained, burning across San Luis Obispo and Santa Barbara counties. This is California's largest wildfire of 2025 so far. And some folks aren't really kind of tweaking the lens to understand that. This is a big, big fire. Crews, almost 5,000 personnel working the steep terrain near the Garcia and the Chestnut wilderness areas, tightening lines from Avenals to High Mountain Road. When you get out like rural AG into Wasna, they're hoping it doesn't hit Pozo. Highway 166 still closed from the 101 to the 33 with multiple local restrictions around Wasna, Lopez, Pozo Road. Evacs are a mix of orders and warnings. Check your exact zone. If you don't know what your zone is, It's right now is the time. Like, go to readyslow.org, find your evacuation zone just to know it. Just to know it. If you're in Santa Barbara County listening to this, readysbc.org. If you're in Santa Barbara County, readyslow.org for Slow County folks. Large animal sheltering is active. Red Cross assistance is available. Don't wait if you need extra time to move, especially if you get that evacuation warning. There's a distinction between warning and order. You get that warning, you start making plans, because if that order comes, you got to go. You got to go. Officials held a community meeting yesterday in Santa Margarita with another briefing scheduled today in San Luis Obispo. We'll stay on it and keep you updated. All right, there's a few headlines. This one a recent headline too. Man overboard off Morro Rock. This one straight out of a survival movie. Friday night, 29-year-old John Gassell. Sorry, it's my first day back. I'll learn how to read. I'll get hooked on phonics soon. Friday night, 29-year-old John Gassell was out on his boat when something smacked it hard enough to toss him straight into the water. His boat kept going, spinning in circles outside by Morro Strand. Him, alone in the dark, freezing water, tried to swim toward the silhouette of Morro Rock when he noticed that after about an hour of swimming, he found a buoy, maybe one of those weather buoys. I don't know what buoy it was. He latched onto it, climbed on, and just held on for nearly 7 hours with SEALs, literal SEAL squad, just bobbing alongside him all night long. At sunrise, the Coast Guard found his runaway boat just going in circles, but it was a local fisherman who spotted John himself clinging to the buoy about a mile off Morro Rock, pulled him aboard, saved his life. John says he thought about giving up in that cold water, but he's a former Marine and he wasn't about to do that. Morro Bay PD said it was that mindset that kept him alive. Unbelievable story. Semper Fi, John Gassell. Love to chat with this guy. What a story of survival. Okay, finally, one more story I saw. This, gosh, we try and give as much benefit of the doubt to Gen Z. This article does not help. Gen Z is letting mom go beyond proofreading. A July 2025 resumetemplates.com poll of 831 full-time U.S. Gen Zers found that 77% of them have brought a parent to a job interview. Like, WTF, what is going on? 53% had a parent directly to speak with a hiring manager. 45% regularly have a parent talk to their current manager about everything from time off, raises, promotions. My jaw is just on the floor. Crazy. I mean, this isn't just about parental support. It's shaping early career experience and finding your way through these things as an adult. Career strategist Julia Toothaker warns that while parental guidance can help, sure, direct involvement like fielding interview questions or calling a boss, it can undermine, come on now, we're way past that, professional credibility and stunt growth. Growth has been stunted, sister. On Reddit, folks are both shocked and amused by the stat that nearly half of Gen Zers orbit their work lives through their parents. Quote, if a candidate brought their parent into the interview, their resume is going into the garbage, one manager said. Another, quote, there's no effing chance that many people are bringing a parent to a job interview. And yeah, the internet just roasting these stats. Managers online saying, there's no way I'm interviewing a parent. What a poll. I need to find, I'm like looking for stories that are going to rebuild my faith in Gen Z. This is the next Gen Alpha. What's with Gen Alpha? That's after that. Tell me it's going to get better. All right, I want to get to my interview with Diamond Phillips. Coming up first, if you love a good Bloody Mary, maybe you just want an excuse to call vodka breakfast. No one's judging you. Creston is calling your name. Saturday, August 23rd, I'm going to be out there at the Creston Bloody Mary Battle, serving as your MC and a judge for the sauciest showdown this summer. We're talking decked out drinks, killer burritos, breakfast burritos, pork, chicken, all of them. And yes, bovine bingo. We're going full Creston mode. That's it. Bovine bingos where the cow decides your fate. This is back roads, bold flavors, and all for a great cause. Come thirsty, come hungry, and come ready to brag about it for a whole year. The Creston Bloody Mary Battle. Let's go. All goes down to the Creston Rodeo grounds. Every dollar supports the Creston's Women's and Men's Club. Snag your tickets now. CrestonBloodyMaryBattle.com. Link in the show notes. Check it out. Brunch hard, brunch local, brunch like a legend. Let's do this. See you August 23rd. And check out CrestonBloodyMaryBattle.com.
It's Up and Adam with Adam Montiel.
All right, our guest today, a true Hollywood icon, actor, director, writer whose career spans over 150 screen credits, 4 decades of unforgettable performances. You know him from Bamba, Stand and Deliver, Young Guns, Longmire, Courage Under Fire. He's earned Golden Globe and Tony nominations, worked alongside legends like Denzel, Meg Ryan, brought to life characters that have left a permanent mark on film, television, even the stage. And now he's back with a brand new film called Et Tu, a dark, funny, razor-sharp dramedy about love, betrayal, and the chaos of live theater, where he plays a director whose personal and professional worlds are just spiraling out of control. It is an honor to have, wow, Lou Diamond Phillips is Up and Adam. You know, Lou, you play a guy in this movie whose worst fear is kind of already about to become, true. What did this film kind of let you tap in to that maybe other things you've done over the years didn't quite, ask of you?
Wow. Complex question. First of all, yeah, Brent is unlike anybody I've ever played. I mean, he's this pretentious theater director, very much a purist, very much an elitist, and very high standards. And I love how you approach that because, yes, there's maybe an affair going on with one of his cast members and his wife, but there's so much more because I think Brent has high standards for himself and the Shakespeare and classicism and theater and the acting and all of this that he holds in such high regard. And there's a little bit of an imposter syndrome, I think. It's like maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I'm the one who's not delivering here. And that when somebody is dealing with something like that, it can spiral out of control. And I think that's where Brent is.
So interesting that you bring that up, Lou, because I feel like there's so many people who, like you, perceptually successful, they got it all, everything's going for them, and then that imposter syndrome inevitably creeps in. When for you was that? When did that play a role, whether it was in your career or wherever, where it was like, oh my gosh, they're going to see I'm a fraud. Do I belong here? How did that ever work with you?
What time is it? Practically, daily. No, man. It's, especially if you challenge yourself. People ask me if, do I still get nervous if I'm going to, especially on stage or something, or when I'm going to tackle a role that's as complex as this one. And there's always nerves before I start, but I always say it's because, I care. I care very much, how it comes off. I don't phone anything in. I never walk through anything, no matter what it is, even if I'm like voice acting or whatever, it's, like Brent, fortunately, I don't think I'm a psycho, but, it's that love, and Shakespeare himself, is so good at showing how, love can become twisted and can become dark. And in many respects, that's key to the character as well.
Okay, so you're a director that's playing a director, kind of losing control. And I'm curious, what was the most real part of this character for you of Brendan?
What's kind of cool is that, first of all, dealing with Malcolm McDowell, and because it's a low budget film, but also because of the style of shooting, we did long takes, we did wide shots. And so we were doing pages at a clip. We didn't break it up like a TV show or anything. And so it was very much like doing a play at times. But also Brent's mentorship of young actors. The script grabbed me from the beginning when he's giving notes to his cast. And, being a veteran actor and dealing with a lot of young actors, there was no acting involved. It's like you lead by example. You show them that you do your homework, you learn your lines, you show up, that you're part of the ensemble. So a lot of that was very true to life in just how I dealt with the young cast.
I'm so curious, when you're dealing with something that you love that might be falling apart, you can't really fix it right away. These things aren't that easy.
No, it's not. And so you scramble. I mean, one of the cool things about this show too is that it almost happens in real time, which is begs the comparison to Birdman, that wonderful Michael Keaton film, and Iñárritu, the director, with all the long takes and whatnot. And so you're seeing the escalation, you're seeing the disintegration of this guy's psyche, almost in real time, which is I hate to say it, but it's entertaining. And Brent is funny. The dialogue is just sparkling.
Yeah, it's like kind of like a dramedy, right?
A black comedy, I would think. Yeah.
The people will always tie you to La Bamba. It's so epic. The film, your performance. What's the part of Richie that maybe you still carry with you from that experience of that role that maybe folks don't even know about?
American Dream. I still have dreams. I still have things that I want to do. I'm still ambitious. I still, have that connection to my art and to that. And quite honestly, especially right now in America today, my connection to marginalized communities. I've been a representative of the Latino community, of the indigenous peoples and First Nations, Asian Americans. I've been blessed to be an ambassador for so many different groups, and there is that. I try to let my work, my art, speak for itself, and to be the thing that inspires and that demands inclusion.
I love this. Lou Diamond Phillips is Up and Adam at 2 in theaters now. All the links in the show notes. I can't thank you enough for the time. Really a pleasure to talk to you, especially under these circumstances like this. This is just exciting. Thank you so much for being Up and Adam.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Be safe.
Some say life is where it begins. Straight to the stars is where it ends. Only to start again.
All right, you can catch at 2 in theaters now. Links to Lou on Insta and more. 4 decades in the game. Can't thank him enough. Lou Diamond Phillips, just Up and Adam. Wow. All right, here we are back from vacation, day 1, big week. Coming up, before I tell you about that, let's thank our friends at Life Elements for being a part of the show. I have seen what they do. I have walked in to Life Elements, and without hesitation, Martha's handing me some sample, rubbing something on my elbow, asking how I'm doing. You feel it, that they care. The creativity, the magic in every product backs it up. Their bug spray is made with essential oils like cedarwood, lemongrass, and citronella. Totally safe for your skin, pets, and the planet. In addition to their spot in the Tascadero, you can shop their products at The Hive in AG, the General Store in Paso, and of course, lifeelements.com. Use the promo code Adam, save 15% off, lifeelements.com, but go in and pay them a visit. You will be so happy you did. 7425 El Camino Real. It's that back right corner of the plaza. Or again, shop online anytime, lifeelements.com. Use the promo code Adam, save 15%. This is what happens when good people make great things. Lifeelements.com. All right, don't forget to get to the CrestonBloodyMaryBattle.com website. Get all the info you need so you can make plans to see me August 23rd in Creston. Cannot wait. It is going to be a fantastic day for really a fantastic cause. Thanks to Moonshiner Collective for being Up and Adam. Original music on the show called Start Again. MoonshinerCollective.com. Also, Tamber Winery for giving us the Lowbro Studios. I miss my friends at Tamber too. It's been a minute since I've been in the Lowbro Studios at Tamber. Tamber, T-I-M-B-R-E, tamberwinery.com. And most importantly, a sincere and grateful thanks to you for sticking with me. Sorry for the absence. Well-needed vacation, well-needed unplug. But we are back with a big week too. Colin Mockery from Whose Line Is It Anyway on this week. Bob Crawford from the Avett Brothers, the Drip Brothers, local entrepreneurs. These kids are in like middle school, just slaying it. Can't wait to introduce you to them. Got a big week. Thank you so much for connecting back with us. I'm Adam Montiel, and I appreciate you. I do. For being Up and Adam.